This is the famous dress.
This is the famous dress you could wear.
Which neither of us are going to try on.
For sure.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about this dress and the history of it, where it came from, and what you expect to happen in the auction.
Okay, so this is obviously from the most important dance sequence in Marilyn Monroe's career. I mean, this is... Madonna did a rendition of this in her video. So it's the dress from the movie, worn in the famous dance sequence. Where she's saying "Diamonds are a girl's best friend." I still hear this song on the radio today. So you couldn't get a more famous Marilyn Monroe dress other than, I guess, the white dress from the subway scene. But that's more important because of, I think, the myth behind Joe DiMaggio getting mad because she was risque and showed her legs and stuff. We know that's a different type of dress, where this is so important in her career, because this is probably her most famous number she'll be remembered by. Like all the other Marilyn Monroe costumes, this came out of 20th Century Fox originally. Was been in one collector's hands since he got it out of Fox in the 60s. Never been on the market before. You couldn't get a more important Marilyn Monroe costume. I just look at it and say the dress that sold at Christie's that she wore when she sang "Happy Birthday, Mr. President," that she wore for 5 minutes, went for $1.2 million.
Right.
The Audrey Hepburn black, a little dress from Breakfast at Tiffany sold for $900,000. This is definitely in that department, price-wise. We have it at $150,000 to $200,000. I think much more realistic in today's market and based on the economy, but it's priceless. I mean, it could sell for $150,000, it could sell for $550,000. It's one of those that's like, I was telling somebody the other day, very few things that I sell are important. Right. A lot of these things, they're fun, they're cool. This is important. This is a cultural icon. This is, the Wicked Witch's hat is important. The other stuff's cool. Right. This is important. This really belongs somewhere. This should be on display. This should be put, millions of people should see this costume. It's one of the most important costumes. It's the most important female costume I've ever sold, and I think it's more important than the Breakfast at Tiffany's dress, so it's personal, opinion. But I think that for a costume, this is about as cool as you're going to get from Marilyn Monroe or any female performer who's ever lived.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, because this is your 40th Hollywood auction, where this would rank in all the thousands of materials that you've handled over the years.
It's funny because we've been immersed between doing this catalog, my last photography sale, and I just got back from Hawaii doing the Lost auction, so I'm kind of lost myself right now in terms of I don't know what's going on. I'm so tired. But people are like, wow, this is the best catalog you've ever had. And I kind of like, it probably is in the aspect where we have no filler. Mm-hmm. It's all you might not like autographs, but they're the best autographs. Right. The jazz collection's phenomenal. The production art's phenomenal. The costume sketches are phenomenal. So it's like we have 1,553. Everything's great. So there's no fluff, so there's something for everybody. But, obviously this is like the highlight. I mean, I like the Wicked Witch's hat better personally. If you said to me I could have either one for free, I would take the hat. This is more valuable, but I'd want the hat.
But you're a big fan of
and that means something to me, and I think that's a lot what it's about. So I think that, it's probably in the top 10, I would say, of the best things I've ever had, for sure. Both of these things.
And then you're getting ready to go on a little trip for tomorrow, so you're taking this to...
Yeah, we're doing the Today Show Friday morning.
Okay.
It'll be their featured item. They're going to have about, I think, 6 or 7 pieces, the Wicked Witch's hat, but they're doing a whole piece on the dress.
Great.
Just to give you an idea how important they think the dress is.
Right.
And it's funny because one of the biggest Israeli diamond sites in the world, for diamonds, for wholesale diamonds, had the dress on because the diamonds are a girl's best friend. I thought that was interesting that it ended up on a diamond website.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.